Here I am
It's
calling
a
myself
great,
stupid.
yeah, type of, yeah, understanding, because people don't see out.
Ready? Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Manny, and I'm coming to you live from the Manny J Media headquarters here in Worcester, Massachusetts. And I'm here with my homie, Miss Jarelys Castillo of Heal Your Aura. Welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm so good to be here, and I'm so glad that I met you at Out to Lunch, because we
So
were
let's
meant
shout
to
them
meet
out.
each other. Yeah.
We really were. Let's shout them out. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm just so excited. I want to jump right in. But where did you meet me again?
I met you at Out to Lunch
That's right.
this past Wednesday,
That's
which
right.
happens every Wednesday at the Common.
It sure does.
And I absolutely loved being there. There was a lot of people spreading a lot of great words, a lot of resources in the community, and among them, the one that I'm here to share with you today. But I loved meeting you, and I love your
Thank
energy
you.
and what you're doing
Aw.
for our community.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I love meeting you as well. I agree that it was definitely fate. The universe needed us to cross paths. As a matter of fact, before the show, we were talking a little bit, and I was letting you know that I really didn't know too much of what you were passing out, because you kind of was like, here, I mean, you were talking to someone else, and I kind of butted in, and you're like, here, this is what it is. And then you dipped out because you had places to go and people to see, and I had places to go and people to see.
Yeah.
And little did I know just how great this show is actually going to be today. I'm so excited to have you here. Again, thank you so much. And a huge shout out to the Worcester Business Improvement District. Nope, I said that wrong. Downtown Worcester Improvement. John, Downtown Worcester Business Improvement District. Did I get it? Did I get it? Downtown Worcester Business Improvement District. My homies, Lisa, Alex, and the rest of the crew, we love you so much. Thank you for having me, Manny J Media, and the rest of the city out to lunch every Wednesday. And we got, what, 4 left? One of which next Wednesday I will be hosting, emceeing. We'll be up on stage, showing love. You'll be there too.
I'll be there.
So anybody who's watching now, if you want to meet Jarelys, join us next Wednesday at Out to Lunch. And it is going to be, I believe it's like National Farmers Market Appreciation Day, or maybe National Farmers Appreciation. We're going to be appreciating our farmers. So come out, join us. And
Great
also
microgreens, by the way, at Out to Lunch. The microgreens are so good.
All of their produce looks so amazing. It smells so amazing. And the great thing, I don't know if you knew this, but I believe they match up to $15 when you spend your SNAP benefits with those farmers there.
Yeah,
that's
and
cool.
You get a free bag.
And you get. My girl,
there's just so much going on.
You need to MC with me next week, because you know what you're talking about. And listen, it's a really good time, and there's a lot of people just like you that are showing up to the Out to Lunch every Wednesday. So you never know who you're going to meet. So please come down and join us and have a good time. It's free to get in, and then there's bomb food. great
You
vendors,
can dance. There's an open space for dancing.
great live music, and there's hammocks.
Yes.
You could chill. There's lots of shade. So it was hot out last
It
Wednesday,
was
but
so hot, but there's a lot of shade.
there was
Yeah,
places for us to
and
escape
great
heat.
drinks. They
Yeah.
have everything you need there
That's
to
right.
have a good time.
All right. Well, anyway, enough about us. You want to learn more? Come and see us next Wednesday. Yes, Joe. Oh, that's right. Me. Did I say that? I didn't say that. Yes, I'm hosting this week. I'll be hosting. Oh, and we're gonna have a special guest. Congressman Jim McGovern will be there. Lots of other guests. I know there's gonna be live music. It's just gonna be such a great time. So please come down and have a great time with us next Wednesday, Worcester Common Oval. I don't know the exact address, but Google it. It's City Hall
Behind
in
City
Worcester.
Hall.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Is that
All right. Anyway, who are you? That's what you're
Who
really
am
here for. We want everybody to know, who are you? Who is Jarelys Castillo? So we started with this. We'll just hold that up, and
Yes.
we're not gonna say anything. It's
Okay.
just a teaser. We started here. This
Yes.
is what we were originally going to talk about, but then I started learning more about you, and we're gonna rewind. So you put that down wherever you want.
Okay. Sure.
We're gonna you can put that down wherever. We're gonna rewind
Yes.
back to, you're actually a Worcester native.
I am.
All right. Tell me a little
Yes.
bit about your upbringing as someone that grew up here
From
in a
Worcester.
great city.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll first introduce myself. I'm Jarelys Castillo, and I am Worcester native, like you mentioned. But just before I landed here, I was born in New Britain, Connecticut, and
Oh, wow.
my parents are Dominican. So at some point in my youth, I moved to the Dominican Republic, so I went to school there. I learned Spanish first, it's my native language. And then around the fourth grade, we landed back here and moved to Worcester. I went to many schools in Worcester. I went to Chandler Magnet, and thankfully they had a Duolingo or a bilingual program there that helped me navigate this new system, this new place that I was living at the time. And then from there, I went to Burncoat Middle. I went to Doherty
Okay.
High School. Through my journey in school, I was connected with a lot of resources in the community that have come full circle now with me being an adult and a working professional in the city.
Okay.
But I want to give a big shout out to the Latino Education Institute. So at
Absolutely.
the second
We
I
love
landed
them.
here, yeah, my mom was involved in the GED program with them, and
Oh,
I
wow.
went to just about every program that they had. So I did.
If
lots
you don't
of,
mind me, I don't.
yeah.
If you don't want to, because you don't want people to know like age and stuff is cool. But
Oh.
like, about how long ago
Yes,
did you like graduate and get part of the LEI or get introduced?
the LEI, I started in the 5th grade. I can't remember the year, but I graduated 2009
Okay.
from Doherty. So
Okay.
if anybody wants to do the math,
Yeah, don't.
and I'm
bother.
33 years
No,
old.
and, I mean, what's great about that is, I mean, listen, you look great for
Thank
someone
you.
who graduated in 2009. I was not far behind you, and I'm showing it. At least you're not.
Well, we can talk about Heal Your Aura.
We can talk about Heal Your Aura. We're gonna
Yes.
get there if we get through these initial steps of, you went to
Yes.
Burncoat Middle, you went to
Yes.
Doherty High, which is amazing. Did you see the new Doherty High, by the way?
Oh my God. Every time I go to church
Are
there,
you
by the way,
jealous?
shout out to the church.
Wait, at Doherty?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Jubilee,
tell me
Jubilee
more.
Worcester, amazing church.
Did you know this?
Yes.
John, you never told me there was.
Yes, so
We're gonna have a
every
conversation,
Sunday
my
there's a 9:30 service
Who
and there's
knew?
an 11:30. Yes, and every time I go to church, I'm like, wow, this is an
Beautiful.
amazing, beautiful place. It was
Yeah.
a beautiful place when I went, but it's like
Nah, that's
another level.
state of the
Yeah.
art, like Jetsons type beautiful.
Yes.
It's on a whole nother level. Am I aging myself again? The Jetsons aren't a thing anymore.
I love the Jets.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so
You know,
glad. I appreciate you so much.
They have study rooms, like piano
Yeah.
study rooms there, multiple art rooms. It's a beautiful.
They have a whole
school.
media center. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get them to name it the Manny J Media Center.
You should.
It has a ring to it, don't
It
you
definitely
think?
should.
However, I graduated Burncoat, so I'm gonna hold off for the new Burncoat,
Yeah.
and we're trying to convince the new administration. Really, what we need to do, everyone, write your letters to the new incoming school committee.
Yeah.
They're the ones who will help us make that decision for where the state of the art Manny J Media Center is going to go in one of our Worcester public schools.
Yeah.
Listen, you know,
It does have a great ring to it,
doesn't it?
and you're speaking it into existence.
Listen, manifestation. It's all about that. Heal your aura, right? We're
Yes.
gonna get there.
Yeah.
So before heal your aura.
Mhm.
But after or since LEI, what have you been getting into? Because I hear it's been a whole lot.
Yes, yes. I feel like I went all the way back, but I'll kind of brush over
No,
a
we
few
can go.
things.
We can go back if you want. Back to where we were. Right?
Yeah, we left off at Doherty.
Okay, let's go back to
09.
Doherty. Yeah, yeah.
So 09. After 09, I went to Quincy Community College. Great school, great way
Amazing.
to, section, yeah, not section, but transition,
Mhm.
out of high school. I was a
I wish
first,
I knew better.
yeah, I was a first generation college.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
graduate or college. I don't know how you would frame that.
Attendee.
Help me out.
I don't know. Student.
Yeah, I was the first one, and I
Yeah.
had no idea what I was doing. That we weren't having those talks at home, so it was really helpful. I feel like Quincy it takes like that stress off. It's a
Yeah.
little bit more laid back. The whole process. From there, I went to Worcester State.
Well, you're
And
spending a lot less of your parents' money.
right.
When you go to community college, there's a lot more
Yes.
financial aid. There's a lot more scholarship programs. I mean, when you're going to school abroad, even if it's just in another city, now we're talking about, your living situation and room and board. And I wish I knew better. I studied, well, I attended school outside of my city, and it didn't go
it was
well.
expensive.
It was an expensive party. That's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah. Not I should have went to Quincy.
yeah.
But hey, now I can because it's free, which is pretty dope.
I know.
At least for
great
now.
news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta take advantage of it while we can. Okay.
Yeah. We digress very
Yes,
quickly.
we do that.
Yeah.
I need my guests to control me
Oh,
sometimes because my
okay.
ADD get out of control and we'll be on a whole
I'll
nother
take the
subject.
wheel.
Yeah, please do. I'll just sit back and enjoy the ride with you.
Okay.
All right. So we graduated.
Yes, so
We
I
went to Quincy.
graduated. I went to Quincy. I was at Worcester State after that, and I was working Centro shortly after I graduated. So Centro Las Americas.
Hey.
Yes, that was my first
Okay.
first gig working in the humanities, human service, which is what I went to school for. I grew up with foster siblings, so it was a passion of mine to go back and make changes, or so I wanted to. It's
Yeah.
a big force to reckon with. But I tried to work. I worked at Centro through their family and youth development programs. So it was a contract they had with the Department of Children's and Families.
Okay,
And-
pause real quick. So
Yeah.
when you went to college, did you went specifically going thinking
For
you were
human
gonna
services,
be helping
yeah.
children?
Yes,
Or-
that was my
'cause
initial.
honestly, you want to know what's crazy? When I hear human services, I think of like
It's-
HR.
Ah.
I know there's two different things, but that's what I think of.
Yeah, in a sense, it's still human service. Yeah, it's very
But when
broad.
I think of children like DCF,
yeah,
and maybe it's because where I'm from the
Social
hood,
work.
so it gets a little wild with you know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
usually they're not pleasant interactions. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my question is to you: what compelled you to want to go into that line of work?
I think the experience of growing up with foster siblings and just seeing like everything that was happening from my home, like
Yeah.
even just like from just living with siblings and the stories they came with. I mean, there's a lot of sadness that happens in the Worcester community. There's a lot of great. I love the Worcester community, but there's a lot of need for families, a lot of resources, a lot of need for education, for knowledge, to understand how to take care of children properly, or to understand where to get what they need. And that's what the program at Centro Las Americas at that time
Mhm.
focused on. It was on reunifying the family. So my job essentially was to assist the social worker in connecting the family with resources to get children back in their homes. So whether that was stabilizing the family through connecting with mental health services, so I would do referrals, make sure that followed all the way through. If they needed food, doing SNAP applications. If the youth, sometimes I would work with parents. If the need was more with the child, I would take the child out into the community, expose them to positive environments, taking them out for drives, and
Oh,
in
that's so
nice
nice.
park areas,
Yeah.
doing yoga. A lot of
Just
the
give them
practices.
a break from the everyday.
Yeah, pulling them from their environment. I think a
Yeah.
lot of the problems were environmental. A lot of
Mm.
the struggles were things they were seeing in their neighborhood, or things they were experiencing because of their environment. And so just pulling them out of that and just exposing them to something new, something positive,
Yeah.
and then just having a present moment with them, I think made a lot of difference.
So what role, or how did Centro play a role in that? Because first of all, I never knew that Centro and
Yeah.
DCF had that kind of a partnership where, there were people who actually went,
Yeah.
I'm assuming, on these DCF encounters. Yeah. To
Yeah.
explain that a little bit to me, because
Yeah.
I'm
So
assuming right now, and I actually want to know.
yeah, Centro Las Americas is organization that provides a lot of services. They have a senior care, and things have changed over the years. This was back in 2013, but they had a senior center, so like seniors can gather and play and have social time, and meals were provided for them. And then we have just like the general line where you can call and ask for help with services if you need printing, anything to serve the community. And then upstairs we had just kind of like a hub of offices. And one of the contracts that we had were in collaboration with the Department of Children's and Families. And then with that collaboration, we would receive referrals from social workers to Centro Las Americas, and then we would be assigned to families. And we usually carried a typical load of 10 to 12 cases, families. And then because social workers are seeing families on a month-to-month basis, our services helped support the family a little bit more in depth, because we were our services were once a week, so we're seeing families once a week, we're checking in, we're seeing, and we're working with
That's
a
pretty
profile.
awesome.
Yeah, so it's a profile with goals. We do 3 major goals for the span of 3 months, and so on a weekly basis we're addressing those goals and targeting and seeing real improvement, because they're having that support to achieve them.
And you're building these relationships with these people where there's actual rapport, right? And there's a trust that's being built. And I would imagine a much easier route to compliance, if you will, with things that we have to do to get through any kind of DCF intervention in our families. So, I mean, I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it took the edge off a
Is that
little.
something that's still being offered by Centro?
I wonder, I'm not entirely.
That's such a beautiful program.
Not 100% sure.
I never knew about. I mean, I guess I guess you don't market that, right? You don't really promote, hey, we'll come and help DCF, help you.
It's a great service, though. Yes,
it is, and I think something that's very much needed. As long as there's families, there's going to be struggles. We're human. We all make mistakes. We all, within families, we bicker, we fight, and things happen, so we all need that support. And I think that's a beautiful thing that you were doing.
Yeah, thank you.
But you've grown from there.
Yes.
And where did you go from there?
From there, I moved to Texas.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I left Worcester for a while there. Yeah.
Little old Worcester from big old Texas.
Worcester pride like no other. Yeah. Like I really do think.
Did you carry your accent with you down there?
I don't have an accent. Nobody ever called me
down there. They didn't tell you you had an accent.
No.
Really? I mean,
I wish I had an accent.
You don't have a British accent.
Gives you like
definitely have an American accent.
Okay, so I do have an accent.
You do. I mean, I'm sure like to the British or the French.
You're right. Yes. Yeah. I was thinking very small there.
we're veering off. That's my fault. I'm so sorry. Let's bring it back. Okay. So after Centro, where did you go?
So when I left
Texas.
Sorry. Yeah, that's okay.
What happened in Texas?
In Texas, I took a lot of time to myself. I had worked in the department with the Department of Children's and Families, and it's a lot of stress. You burn out.
Positive energy out of you.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I can imagine.
You're trying to be the light in a very dark place, and you need to be that for everybody. So you kind of hold a lot in. So Texas for me was a lot of.
Right, because when you're dealing with things like that, I would imagine you don't need to compound it with your emotional baggage. So,
and it's triggering.
What a tough place to be.
It is, and it's so interesting because you're as the magical being that you are, a human being. Yeah, we're also you're very special. But we learn to navigate.
God, I'm sorry. I don't know what's into me today. You said
the retrograde.
Retrograde.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think that when you're in that space of, you have your own things, but there are other people going through something. You kind of go into this like very strong mode, and you kind of hold, and you don't process. You're just holding that space and holding and holding. So when I got to Texas, I feel like it was like my time to kind of review what my life was. I moved at 25, so it was like I was reflecting on like my childhood, my own traumas, the traumas that I had, secondhand trauma, I would say. So maybe that's, I don't know if that's a term, but just experiencing. I wasn't experiencing firsthand, but just being there for someone who was going through a hard time over and over and over again. These were 10 to 12
That
families
has to be something. I don't
on a
know if
weekly
it's
basis.
necessarily
Yeah.
called secondhand trauma, but there has to be a term for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, so before I had left to Texas, I was already implementing a lot of yoga into the work that I was doing. So if I had families that were, you know, dealing with a lot of mental health struggles or physical pain or anything, I would sketch out a sequence or something that we could go to a park or go to a gym and move the body. So I was already kind of like making my way to, you know, my purpose, my mission. I was aligned in my purpose, but not so much in like the movement aspect of it, which is what I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
And so I started incorporating that into the work that I was doing with the family. So that when I left and I was reflecting, I was like, I really need more of this for myself. So I went to a yoga school. I was living in San Antonio and I would travel. I couldn't afford the school that I was going to. So I got a job there and I would volunteer and I would wake up at like 4 a.m., drive to Austin, clean mats. It was like an energy exchange where you could like clean the mats for the studio and then you could take free classes.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. And
We need more of that.
yeah,
Like more of that, like barter exchange,
energy exchange.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
That's
Especially because it creates opportunities for people that can't afford certain
right.
things they want to do. You know, I wanted so badly to learn more, and it was a great studio to learn in, and it was a great environment to be exposed to because I saw like all the different levels, all the different formats, and I came to understand that there was education that you can get trained in and all of that. So I found out through going there for classes. Then I worked there at the front desk. I got a discount to do the training and I got certified. And then I went back and got more certifications to be able to open up my own yoga school. Yeah. And
And so you were well on your way to your next transition.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And we're going to talk about that and everything leading up to where you are today and what this is. I don't know if they can see this. But I keep holding it up. I keep teasing. But this is awesome.
We could definitely do like a PDF or a picture or something on there.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna put everything about that in the description above. After the show, we'll take care of that. Don't you worry. But for right now, we have some amazing people in our community, some amazing local businesses right here in the heart of Worcester that want this information to get out there. That want people like you to catch a spotlight, so that people like you can learn a little bit more, absorb a little bit more about the people in your very own backyard. So we're going to go and thank them right now. A huge thank you to our sponsors. We'll be right back. Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Manny, and welcome back to, I never even said in the beginning of the show, another fantastic episode of Interviews with my dear friend, Castillo.
Jarelys.
Oh, it's an F. That's what you were saying.
Yeah,
it's
like,
not an N, it's an F. And you just left it alone. You didn't complicate it. I love you.
Have
Thank you.
so
That
many
was so
names.
nice of you. All right. We're going to do the introduction. This is the first time of me introducing her properly. Jarelys Castillo. And I didn't mean to do that to be rude. I did that because how slow am I?
No, I don't
We
know.
did a whole
It's the
half a
retrograde.
show. It is. It's the retrograde. Jarelys Castillo of Heal Your Aura. Not healing. At least I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me today. And so, just before the break, we were talking about you leaving us. I don't know why you would ever leave Worcester, Mass, but
No.
you chose to do that, crazy lady, and went all the way down to Texas. Which, again, I don't know why you do that. Actually, I know exactly why. I think I would probably at least go visit. Right? It must be beautiful down there.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. And then while you were there, you started learning your purpose, maybe without even knowing it. You were really just going for a
journey. Yeah.
And then you learned your purpose. Let's get back into it.
Yeah. So I got trained in that studio. I started teaching in my community. So I would go to Austin, take classes, absorb as much as I could, and then I would go back to San Antonio and I would teach local YMCAs. And then COVID happened. Right?
That COVID. You know, it's such a bittersweet topic.
Yeah.
Because as terrible as COVID was, I feel like almost everyone I've talked to experienced some kind of major growth through COVID.
I agree. Yes. Yeah.
So COVID happened, and then what?
But right before COVID happened, I did have my daughter.
Congratulations.
Tiny detail. Thank you so much. Haya.
I'll never forget. Thank you. I wish more people would do what you did with their names. Like, give me an acronym, and I got it.
Yeah. Haya.
That's what you probably should have did.
Yeah.
Jarelys. But how? That would be a long acronym. I got Haya, though. Here you are. We got it.
What would we do with the J? Like, yeah.
We're a mess. Anyway, you had a daughter, Haya. John's looking at me like, bro, let's go. Get off the name.
Yes, fast forwarding. Okay, so I did, I had my daughter, and then, not too long after that, COVID happened, and I started getting creative about how I was reaching the community. I unconsciously I unconsciously was passionate about like teaching whatever I was learning at the time. So I created a yoga Instagram page, and I would go live and teach on there. I was working remotely for a lot of senior centers. So like I collaborated with the YMCA there and the YWCA.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And that's what I did. I mainly worked on yoga while I was in Texas. And then I was called by an organization here in Worcester. I still have a lot of connections because of the work that I did in the community here. And I was invited to do some digital classes. So I would do Facebook Lives.
So like virtual.
Virtual, yeah.
And you're still in Texas at this point.
I was in Texas.
You're doing classes here.
Yeah, and I started doing.
That's so cool.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I feel like COVID did change a lot of how we did what we did. Like, it gave us more ideas of how to reach people.
Well, I mean, we were sitting at home, literally going stir crazy,
and
it was either like do something crazy or do something productive. And I thank God most of us chose productive, right?
I think so. I hope so. Yeah, but I started off with, so the name of the agency is Senior Connection now. It used to be Central Massachusetts Agency on Aging. Okay. So I would record content for them, and they would, throughout the pandemic, support the senior community with classes that they could take. Okay. I provided just gentle yoga, gentle movement, a lot of chair movement that they could do from anywhere, from their home, their kitchen, anywhere they were. And then shortly after, I was invited to come and work on a project with that agency. So the contract was for establishing the first Grandparents Raising Grandchildren's Resource Center. Okay. The agency had been awarded $1.2 million by Congressman Jim McGovern. Yeah.
Excellent.
And so I came and I worked on that. I did a lot of research about what the needs were, developed a lot of the software to collect the data that we needed, onboarded, hired the grandparents community health workers that helped us with that project. And it was a beautiful experience. I spent a year, the first year. I've been here for 2 years since I moved back.
Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you. That brought me back. Work brought me back. Cool. And I stayed, and I needed to be here.
And do you think I'm here. It sounds like it's different type of work, right? You're no longer working with children and families.
Right.
Now you're working more community and with the elderly, which is dope. And it sounds like a lot more chill pace of a career path.
Yeah. It's a different angle, but it's still all so connected and related because we're looking to help grandparents who are raising grandkids, but still the children are very much the focus point.
My bad. So I got lost. We were on the path. You were explaining. I kept going straight, walked right into a brick wall.
But you're right.
Let's
I
go
am.
back. Where you lost me at was yoga with seniors.
Yeah.
And I was like, what a beautiful life. You know, no longer have to deal with, you know, the because there is a lot of trauma and sadness, and you know, there's just a lot that goes on with the Department of Children and Families. So to, you know, be able to leave that behind and go into, you know, yoga with the elderly, like what a beautiful life. But no,
but that's not what life
that's
is
not
about.
your
You know?
right.
Yeah,
We
that's
gotta
not my
facing challenges.
yeah.
Right, that's what we do.
Yeah, and you
So we're
have to
back
go
on-
where you're called, you know. And I think that I love yoga, and I always go back to it, and I
but
always
you know
try to
your
bring
purpose.
it. But I also say yes to the things that I know that I can contribute to, and I know that that was a project that essentially has helped me to where I am today, because I learned the ins and outs of how to create something. You know, we were given a budget and we created the structure for what that program is today. And it's great, and it's still helping the community. It's grandparents who are raising grandchildren. So through that program, you're connecting families to the resources for their children and for their household, so that they can be more stabilized and more achieving more overall wellness.
Yeah. And I mean, I believe it would be important for the grandparents as well, and for the family as a whole unit, because I'm sure you've learned through your practice at this field that the last thing you want to do is for a family to fall apart.
Right.
You know, you don't want siblings being placed here and there, and you know, them not being able to see the rest of their extended family. That's so being able to keep them together.
Yeah, that's been the theme.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful thing. And I mean, as a grandparent, I'm just saying, I raised my son and I'm good. So if I had to, I would, but I don't necessarily want to. And again, if I had to, I'd appreciate all the help I can get. So I think that's a beautiful thing that you're doing there.
Thank you.
And then, so from there, where did we get to HYA, Heal Your Aura?
Heal Your Aura. So Heal Your Aura came from after doing that project. I ventured out and I started going into work with organizations that had essentially served my family and myself in my youth. So I collaborated with the LEI, the Latino Education Institute. So I worked with them developing workshops. One of them was mental health series for the senior population.
So much, so needed.
Yeah, it was a beautiful. I did it for
especially
Savita.
Nowadays, we live in a crazy world.
We all need it. Yes,
every single one of it. If you don't think you need it more than
anyone. Denial is the first stage of it. You're in the first stage. But yeah, so I worked with them on mental health series, and the program that they have is Promotoras de Salud. They go out in the community, so it's connected to wellness. So I was very happy to work with them on that. And then Clemente, our course in the humanities, Elizabeth Bacon, reached out to me and asked me to help with this project. And so I've kind of, because I was being pulled in so many directions, I decided to open my own business. So I opened Heal Your Aura in January of this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Dope.
Yeah.
And it's an LLC.
It's an LLC.
Yeah, that's
Haya LLC, yes, after my daughter Haya, and it stands for Heal Your Aura because it encompasses everything that has to do with helping the community, helping individuals achieve overall wellness. And that comes from so many different angles. Sometimes your wellness can be so connected to finding your passion or finding a resource, like, you know, what we'll talk about next.
We're going to bring that up very, very shortly. I just really want to talk about Heal Your Aura because I think it's so exciting, first of all, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
But also important and empowering, right? And inspiring that, you know, you've done all these things in your life. You worked for different organizations. You've worked at 9 to 5. You moved out of the state. And you were still able to come back after all of that and COVID and having a daughter and start your own business and become an entrepreneur and pave your own path through your purpose. And I think that's so beautiful and a message I would love for our community to hear. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
And so not only did you become an LLC, somehow something really crazy happened over the past couple of months. You want to share that with me? What happened? What recognition did your LLC get?
Recognition?
Yeah. Believe me, this is a form of recognition. We're talking about.
Is it the?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted you to spill the beans on that.
Yes.
So you got accepted into an amazing program.
Yes,
Tell
I
me about
did.
it.
Well, E for All,
Yes.
amazing. The world opened up for me, as Armida likes to
Yes,
say. I
we
love
love
her.
Armida.
I love
Yeah.
her.
And like you two, first of all, talking to you is like talking to her. I love you, Armida, in case you're watching.
We love you.
We do. And this, I know why you chose her. If you weren't the one, I know why they chose her. And you are her. I don't know how well you know Armida.
Yeah.
Telling you right now, talking to you, your energy and everything, you're so much just
you.
like her. And I feel like you guys are going to be amazing working together, even though, you know, you have your own
Yes.
mentors and, you know, there's, you're always going to have Armida. And I know
And I
she's
love
going
that.
to
I'm
want to
so
see where you
glad.
go. This is amazing. So yeah, how's E4L going? It's summer cohort 2025.
Oh my God.
And it's a lot. Right?
It is a lot of good, and I'm so happy. We had a class yesterday, and I had my first cry in front of the group. But it's so needed, you know, because it's a safe space where you can vent and talk and be in community with individuals who are going through the same journey of making their own path. We're all making our own path, you know, pursuing our passions and giving to the community in a way that's aligned with us. And it's healing us and it's growing us. So we're all growing in it together. I found out about E for All at Startup Week, which I just love Worcester. There's so much good going on here. The Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, Worcester Chamber of Commerce.
Worcester Chamber of Commerce. I was invited and I heard a presentation and I interviewed and I was so amazed because I had known Worcester from a different angle of resources, you know, like you can apply for SNAP benefits. You can apply if you need food. You can apply for Section 8. You know, I knew of those benefits, but I never knew there were resources for people pursuing, you know, developing their own business. So I opened this so scared in January, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. And then I showed up to the first thing, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a resource for this. So
amazing. And
I'm happy to be a part of it.
That I'm so glad that you share because people need to know. I mean, before I started the business, full disclosure, John will tell you because he's really the one who kind of grabbed me by the ear and pulled me to do it. I didn't think there was a business. I didn't think that I'd be doing this. I didn't think that I had what it took or that I could have a business. And then because of the resources and because of the support in the city and that the city has to offer, look at us now, girl.
Yeah, look at us.
Yeah, we're only going up. So,
yes, we are.
Now we're here at the grand reveal. So shout out to E4L, great program, and best of luck. I'll see you soon.
Yes.
Because there are some things that I am involved with still at E4L as well. Shout out to our radio show, by the way. Can I just double check real quick? I think it's coming up. I'll tag it. It's not this Monday. I thought it was this Monday, but we have a radio show at Unity Radio, Armida and I, where we interview past cohort members from the E4L program. So tune in Mondays at 5. What's that? August. I love you. This is why I love this man. August 11th. Tune in August 11th at 5 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9 FM. And also I share the stream onto the Bandy J Media page so you can watch there as well. And with that being said,
yes,
the big reason why I invited you here and why what you were talking about at the Worcester Common Oval behind City Hall in Worcester at Out to Lunch.
Yes,
bro, this whole show has been
so
full
many
circle
plugs.
after full circle after
like
full
Out
circle.
To Lunch, E for All.
There's a lot. It's because of this amazing program right now. You have 3 minutes to tell me all about it. Go ahead.
I'm so excited. So since I ventured off with Helio Aura, I've been contractually working with organizations, and one of them is the Clemente course in the humanities.
We love the Clemente course.
Yes, we do.
And actually, we had one of their past participants, Miss Teresa Pachuco.
Yes.
We love you. She was
Just
here on
her.
our show. Yeah,
she's wonderful. Yeah.
I'll stop.
An author. She's an author.
She is an author. And she was in the last Clemente course book. One of her pieces were published. So, all right, go ahead. I'll shut up now.
Okay. Well, there you go. It's a testimonial of how great this program is. So it's an organization that focuses on enhancing the community through higher education.
Yeah.
So it offers free college credits through the Bard College in New York.
That's dope.
Yeah, but it's here in Worcester. So it's for Worcester residents. It's hosted at the Worcester Art Museum. Beautiful room. And you get 4 college classes for free. You get a writing course. You get U.S. history, poetry and philosophy, my
Oh,
personal
that's
favorite.
awesome.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I would like philosophy too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so fun. It really is. And it's completely free, like I mentioned. You just scan the QR code if you have the flyer. We can post anywhere, or you can reach out to me at clementeworcester@gmail.com. And books are provided for free. If you need transportation for any reason, we're happy to accommodate. And then if you have children, we collaborate with Manano Art, which I don't know if you
I
know.
do. Of
Yeah,
course I do. We
another
love you.
plug.
Banana or we love you too. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is your time. Go ahead.
Manano Art, so they take care of
The
the
children
children's
while
portion of
you're
the program.
taking the
Yes,
class.
because it is dual. So while you're getting higher education, your children are also getting stimulated at the same time, going
Right.
through
That's so amazing.
different activities
So you
with
get
Manano Art.
childcare that is like productive childcare. They're not just sitting
It's
there.
so refreshing.
Yeah.
Really, it really
That's
is. And they're
awesome.
so intentional with everything that they do. They're so creative, and it's so beautiful. They host at Trinity Church, which is right across from Worcester Art Museum. So you drop your children off, you go to class. It's a beautiful environment. It's a change of pace. It's going to be Tuesdays and Thursday evenings if that works for anybody. And anybody who's a Worcester resident is eligible to apply. It's a wonderful, wonderful resource. I participated. I found out about Clemente when I was working at Centro Las Americas. They came to one of our staff meetings, and at the time I was part of, I was servicing the community, so I was testing and finding everything that was out there, and this was something that called to me, and when I participated, it changed everything about everything. It was great.
That's awesome.
I'll stop.
No, it's okay. You don't have to. It's okay.
I just love it.
I would have stopped you if you were going on too long. It's okay. John's not yelling at me yet. We're good.
Okay.
He's loving the show, I could tell. So thank you, John. I appreciate you, brother. And with that being said, this is so amazing, and I'm so excited. Not only for the community to know about this and hopefully take advantage of, which again, we're going to put all the information in the description above on Facebook. And if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously it'll be in the description below. Thank you. Thank you for stopping me out to lunch and talking to me about this. And thank you for coming today and sharing it with the whole community. And I think I'm going to be taking advantage of this, if I'm being honest with you. And with that being said, let everybody know how they can get in touch with you one more time.
Yes. So my name is Jarelys Castillo, and you can reach me at healingwithhaya@gmail.com. I also have IG. It's Heal Your Aura, at Heal Your Aura.
I hear your aura.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Jarelys. You. I got it. By the end of the show,
we got amazing. It. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Please come back again.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, most likely we will have you once you complete the E for All program. But until then, it's your boy Manny, as always, and
Jarelys.
And this is Manny J Media Interviews. Community delivered. We'll see you real soon. My God. We'll see you real soon. We love you. Bye.